Good morning, Jen.
Good morning,
And
Kirk.
Jax.
And Jax is here on set today.
We have a special friend to help us today.
What's been going on with you? What's new around the area?
Well, this is a really fun weekend. The main thing maybe I should say is it's called Oktoberfest, and that's at the park, and it runs. I think it's like from 10 to 4, and it is just there's all kinds of activities and
Booths, shopping,
Yes.
like food, everything. It should be so much fun. We're gonna go. Very excited.
Yeah, the weather's supposed to be great, so if you're in the area, go down and have fun. It's really fun.
Yep, and it's a last farmers market.
Yes.
So until the Christmas one. So yes, it'll
Right.
be a really busy time at Arnold's
All
Park.
day Saturday at the park. If
Yeah.
you want to make it that.
Yep,
So that's
absolutely.
great. Good.
And we've been having really good real estate sales wise, like 19 closed in the
Yes.
past week.
Yes.
Let's talk about those.
Absolutely. On those 19, one was a commercial. It was a storage unit. And then there were 18 residential. 2 were land or just land, and 1 was on Upper Gar. There were 14 single-family homes, 2 on East and 2 on West. And then there was 1 condo on East and then a duplex sold. So it was a little bit of everything, which is kind of good.
Yeah, and crazy. So let's just that lot on Lower Gar, or excuse me, on Upper Gar. Guess how much it sold for?
How much?
450
$450,000
Isn't that crazy?
for a lot
on Upper
in
Gar.
Upper Gar.
Yep. So there
Right
you
there.
are. There you are. Welcome
Good.
to Okoboji. And pending an active contingent, we've got 90. So it's down a little bit because we've had a lot of closings. So
Right.
42 is the pended and 48 is the active contingent. And then new on the market, we had 7 properties. So we're kind of slowing down a tiny bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But still, if we can average 1 a day,
I'm
more
happy
or
with
less.
it.
Yeah, that's still good. It's still strong.
Yeah. So two of them were condos, 1 of them was a mobile home, 1 was residential land, and then 3 of them were single family. 1 of them was my new property on Chicago Avenue.
Yes.
That's a 3-bedroom, 1 and 3/4 bath. You guys, this place is so great. It has a ton of space, needs updating, needs work, but the potential is there. It's fantastic, and it's got furniture it's partially furnished, so that's
Wonderful.
included in the price. So
Wonderful.
fantastic.
Good.
It's listed for $235.
Sounds great. And we are also just listing, actually today, a year-round home on 38th Street, and this is in the Southern Hills, which is just south of downtown Spirit Lake. And it's 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it's listed for $380,000. So check either of the websites just below here. You can click on either of those and find all the information about both of those listings.
Yeah.
Okay?
Very cool.
Then, one other thing I'm going to also mention.
Yeah.
We have 2 of our listings that have new prices.
Yes.
And so, again, go to either of the websites and you can get all the information on the prices and all the details, pictures, virtual tours. You can see it all there.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk about, speaking about new properties on the market, let's talk about current lake properties. What's currently on the market? This is kind of our new little section that we added, but I'd like to talk about what's currently available for sale right now on the lake.
Yes.
Lakes.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so on West, there are 6, 2 of which, you guys, are listed by Stoss Realty. So, just a little toot of our own horn. So 5 are single family and 1 of them is a condo. On Lower Gar, there's 2 single family, and on the Wahpeton Canals, there's 1 single family.
Right. And then on East, there are 4. 1's a condo, 3 are single family, and then Big Spirit has 1 single family home. So there's a little variety all over, and there's some properties for sale.
Yeah.
So it's worth taking a look at.
Absolutely.
And again, I'm telling you all, but go back to our website. You can see not only our listings, but you can see everything that is for sale in the Iowa Great Lakes area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
And our
What do you want to talk about today, Jen?
Our real estate topic this week is going to be a short one since we have so much help. Earnest money.
Yes.
And I have had a client come to me, first time home buyer, and so she had a couple of questions about what earnest money was, and I was like, oh, it's perfect time to let's talk about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Do you want? I'm just going to read you, in essence, the definition of earnest money. And that's probably the easiest way. Earnest money, or good faith deposit, is the sum of money you put down to demonstrate your seriousness about buying a home. And in most cases, the earnest money acts as a deposit on the property you're looking to buy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's pretty straightforward. The other question that we sometimes
Yep.
have brought up to us is, what happens to that earnest money? And that earnest money, if it goes to closing, that earnest money becomes part of that purchase price. You don't lose the earnest money. It's not some number that just floats out there.
No, it's taken off of it's applied to the purchase price.
Absolutely. Now, the reverse of that, if for some reason that offer is rejected
Mm-hmm.
or there's contingency not met or something, the buyer gets that earnest money back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And for the buyer to get that earnest money back, you have to have signatures from all parties, all sellers, all buyers, all brokers, agreeing to release it.
That's right.
So everybody has to agree to it. It can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna give you that check back. I feel like it today.
That's right. Now the reverse of that is, if all the contingencies met and all the paperwork is done, and for some reason they do not close, the buyer for some reason can't close or something, that earnest money can go to the seller.
Mhm.
Can be the seller can receive that earnest money.
Yes.
So there's a little, there needs to be handled correctly.
Yep, absolutely. And then I also want to talk about how long, so we have to have the earnest money on an accepted offer deposited into a trust account within 5 days. So
Correct.
that doesn't mean like you can get us the check in 5 days. So usually I like to tell people within 3 days, we need to have the earnest money deposit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the only other thing I would say is the earnest money, there's no set amount
No.
or percentage that it can be or not be. Oftentimes what happens is, if it's going to be a closing maybe in 3, 4, 5 months, the earnest money probably is higher, just because there's a little more of a risk factor. But that is the one variable with earnest money, is what that amount is on the purchase price of the property.
And that's a big debate amongst realtors ourselves.
Absolutely.
You know, it's some are like, oh, it's a percentage, or oh, it's just no, it's like 5 or 10,000. I don't know, whatever you feel. And
Right.
it's a debate, and I wish it would be a little bit more standardized.
Absolutely. The other thing I'm going to say is, that's another good reason to talk to a licensed realtor. Earnest money is a big deal.
Yeah.
And it can be a problem if not handled correctly.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Good.
All right.
Well, Jen, the two of you have a wonderful morning.
Cheers. We're gonna go get a haircut.
Ah, wonderful. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a good weekend.